Hello, everybody. It's Amanda, and I'm here to connect with you about this beautiful, luminous full moon that is in Leo. It's called the snow moon, and it is on February 1st. It is the bookend of a very busy February. So, this particular full moon is going to be a major threshold for those of you who are stepping into a new timeline. This timeline would be one that you have chosen because there was a timeline split in January, the last week of January that we're just now coming out of, and into February. Out of the frying pan and into the fire is what I'm hearing. So this last week has been really heightened energetically and through the emotions. People are also feeling it very much in the neck and lower back. And it's connected to this releasing of the somatic holding of any type of trauma, any type of energy that's being held in the lower spiral or the masculine aspect of self, the lower 12 chakras or root chakra, sacral, holy womb chakra, your solar plexus. So that lower triangle is being revamped, right? So this energy is very alchemizing. It is releasing, removing any type of energies, contracts, any kind of cords of connection or attachment through all time, all space, all realities, any part of you that exists outside of your physical form that needs to be brought back in and loved back into wholeness is coming back in through this alchemizing process. It is something that's going to be continuing. It is a part of this whole collective of energy coming in for the month of February, which I did a whole video on, and I'll put that link in the description box. But I feel that this is going to be going all the way through August 8th. It's going to be fast and furious, very fast-paced energy. And this full moon is the initiation. It's lighting the match and the spark or the ignition of all of it. So how can you work with this full moon? Let's see. So the way that you're going to work with this full moon is with intention. You can clear those lower energy centers. If you're experiencing discomfort in the lower back, sacrum, or tailbone, coccyx, or at like C1 or anywhere in your cervical spine, or up underneath the cradle of your skull. You could also be experiencing it in the mandible, in the upper jaw, or in the sinuses, maybe possibly headaches. But what it is this light body exchange that's happening. It needs to be, it anchors in at the mandible, at the temple region, at the bones here called the temple. And they also connect at the hips, and then at certain places around the back at the sacrum. So as this new light body is trying to connect into all aspects of you to bring in new information, new light. Light is always equivalent to information, and it's restoring your inner truth and authority. So that's what it's awakening with the information. But because you may have had traumas that are impacted or showing up in the fascia or in the pelvic floor or in your tailbone or in your neck, the back of the head at C1 Atlas is the mouth of God chakra, and that's where you hold spiritual threats. Or all those lifetimes where you experienced traumatic events, and so you feel it's not safe to be seen, safe to be heard, safe to show up in your highest light. So you can see how these two kind of mirror each other. The body always mirrors each other and in a duality. And this is the mirroring in this aspect. So it is burning out, alchemizing through this fire, this purification, anything that is holding you hostage, any kind of hierarchy over you or anything that takes your right to have an autonomous existence, anything siphoning your own life force, your light, any false light programs. So any cords that are connected into you from previous partners, anything, or other people that are just attracted to that beautiful radiant light that you're carrying, right? So it will either be illuminated for you to see so that you can make the appropriate choices and decisions, strengthening your boundaries and strengthening your discernment, or it will be something that is fast, quick, and final. So that will be your own surprise to discover as you look and move through the energies of this full moon. Let's see what else can I tell you about. Okay, it's very much connected in my cosmology to the first gateway and the seventh gateway. So that's connected to the energy centers of your crown chakra and your root chakra, along with some other things, but that's too long to get into. But so what you're doing here is you're reestablishing a foundation. So the foundation you currently have is based on your subconscious programming, which then is brought forward through your brain, through your mind, and it is connected into those mental loops that we have over and over and over again, that chronic thinking of the same thing. It is connected to your limited belief systems. It's connected to any kind of trauma, memories that you're holding on to. And so we store it in that pelvic floor, and we store it in the fascia, certainly. And also we store it in our neural pathways, our brain, our memory, also in our amygdala, in our hippocampus, in our limbic system, and our central nervous system. So it's held in a lot of different places. So that's why there is this energy of a complete release of that, and we're experiencing it in these physical ways. So this full moon, I've been hearing from my clients, is impacting everyone at a very physical level, also very emotional, because what's surfacing are these old, hurt, wounded aspects of you that need to be brought back in, right? So one of the ways that you can work with this energy is by whatever it is that's asking for your attention, whatever it is that has you angry, if it's connected to any kind of theme. First, check and see, why am I angry? What is it related to? And is this thing that it's related to a cycle? Meaning, is it something that keeps showing up as a pattern in my life that I'm recreating over and over again? So if the answer is yes, then you want to bring it into your awareness and collapse it by bringing in the opposite to it, whatever that thing is, and kind of alchemizing. You can ask your guides to help you with that. I'm also going to do a meditation that will help you to collapse these dualities, these things that are different aspects of yourself that need to be brought back into this alchemized state of your heart, bringing it back into your heart, back to 0 point, where it then becomes neutral, and you're not drawing it back into your energy field over and over again through different expressions of whatever it is, to experience it so that you can see it and then do exactly what we're talking about right now. So, right. So anything that you think about and you fuel it with your emotions, it's definitely going to keep coming back into your energy field. So this full moon is all about burning out those circuits, those type of energies and frequencies that keep you disconnected from your full potential. And so it will, as it's doing this for you and working with you and illuminating these situations, relationships, because it's very much about relationships this month. There's a lot happening in that whole arena. So it's being brought back to a position of you controlling your inner world, you being the captain of your vessel, you being the author of your book of your life. And so it's you re-engaging with your internal light, where all of your source of information flows from within. It's connecting you into your divine intelligence, into your inner technology, and it's awakening that inner technology, sparking it to life, right? Clearing the connection so the spark can awaken, and attuning like an antenna, like all of your DNA is an antenna to your higher self to download a new operating system. Okay, so this is just taking care of anything that is that old operating system connected to the old timeline, connected to the old beliefs and everything that connected you to it, right? So this is the potential that is being offered to you with this beautiful full moon in Leo. And again, it will go through August 8th. I know it's a long time, but you're going to see it because it's going to be reoccurring themes, because it's never stored in one place, right? This is going to be a lot faster than the whole analogy of an onion that you've been through over the last 20, 30 years or whatever it is. That it's going to be really fast because this is burning through now these dense, these things that are like, what do you call it? They're like, I want to say collective, but they're parcels of energy that are like repeat loops. That's what they are. So it's collapsing these loops. And so it's going to get tighter and tighter. So you're going to move in and out of, you feel great, like you just solved every problem you ever had. And then you're going to be back with it for a minute or not. So it just depends on where you are, but you have the potential to go all the way through August. Hopefully it'll be one and done, but it's there if you need it, right? It's like tutoring. So I'm studying for a test, so it made me think of something. Okay, so what else did I want to tell you about that? Humming. They keep telling me humming is really good, so I find myself humming quite a bit. And it reinforces the throat chakra because Leo is very connected to the throat chakra. It's very connected to our inner authority and speaking from authority, right? So it's returning that inner authority and light, your radiant presence and your confidence to speak with authority, create with authority, because the throat is also about creating, connected to your sacral, right? So it's connected to, I show up and I create with my inner authority, and my voice is an extension of my spiritual self because it's like your spiritual fingerprint, your vibration, and it connects to people, places, things. It restores harmony around you, and it can create coherence in those and your situation around you as well. So anything spoken from your divine authority, your inner truth, is something that could even be used as a healing mechanism. It can help you it's all about, public speaking in groups, talking in front of your communities, being a part of communicating your desires openly, honestly with those people in your life, any type of relationship, any bumpiness that comes up, and you need to have this very heartfelt, open communication. If you center at the throat and through your center light, column of light, and then at the throat space, throat chakra, really hold that frequency of in being in your new timeline and speaking from your authoritative place. Voila. Okay. I feel like that is all I'm going to say about that. That's the major theme of this full moon. And what I'll do is I will draw a few cards for those who are Aries. Not Aries. For those of you that are fire, earth, water, and air. Did I get them all? Okay. So 4. All right. So that's what we're going to do today. Hello. Okay. So you didn't even know it, but I was gone for a minute and drew the cards. All right. So we decided to go with air first because it's Aquarius season, right? So the first card you have is not for you. Can you see that okay? Probably not. Not for you. And it is a chessboard, and on top of it, a little cookie. What are those cookies called that you get in the Chinese food and you break it? Fortune cookie. I know, that's kind of funny. All right. So, and there's a hand underneath it holding the chessboard. Anyways, it's also a number 6. My take on this is, okay, let me give you the fullness first. So not for you. This is a relationship. This is about, and it's also has a lot of pink energy, and it's a game that's being played. And so what I'm getting is that this relationship that you're thinking of is not for you. And it's because you are being prepared to step into a new version of you. And also, I drew one of my tokens, and you have this rose quartz, pink rose. So it's connected to the Order of Magdalene, and it is a pink rose, which is also about this energy of self-love. There, whoever is in this particular collective of energy, you are very, you're turning your attention inward, and you're doing more focused work on loving yourself, on appreciating yourself, seeing the true beauty that you are, shining the light through you from your heart space. You have this one. This is from my Lemurian deck, and it is home. And that's exactly very close to what I'm seeing here. It's about you returning home to your heart. And, you know, air signs obviously are very notoriously in their head, in their mind, thinking about everything. Should I stay? Should I go? Am I in this or not? And so what they're saying is no. It looks like it's time for you to move on. And the other card I have now is body and soul. And with this card, it has a dragon. The thing that I was attracted to the most on this is the dragonfly, and dragonflies are about transformation and freedom. And if that's really the whole context of this Leo full moon, it's about transformation and freedom. So it's going to help free you from a relationship where there's a lot of control and a lot of rules and a lot of regulation and a lot of gaming going on, right? A lot of manipulation, it feels like. I'm also seeing like a, what do you call it? Puppet with the strings being pulled. So this person feels like somebody who knows how to play on your feelings, or mess with your mind, really. So you are being helped to see why, because this is your next one, why this person is not for you. They're showing me, I feel like there is little angel wings on a book. I feel like maybe some insight or information may be coming in, illumination around this person of question, so that it is known to you personally, inwardly, inward facing, so that you're not relying on external advice. It's something that's going to be coming from within. And truly, that's the best way to make any kind of heart decisions, is through your own discernment and through your own field of trust. So in that way, it then can move through all parts of you to find healing, because truly you're meant to have this a different kind of love, a divine union. You have the Mary Magdalene coming through. And so you are likely somebody who has been in this type of relationship on and off, same kind of partner over and over again. And your heart is being purified by this fire. Think of a heart of a lion. You know, how amazing is that? It is. You have a lot of love and potential to love someone. And it's being brave too, right? So being heart brave, being able to make the choices you need to make, and know that it's coming from your own truth, that this is the best for you. Oh, okay. So the last card is this one. Into me, I see. And so she's very beautiful with all of these rainbow, multi-rainbow colored wings. And if you are Aquarius, then you're connected to the 11th gateway, which is the diamond light frequencies. And that is very much about this rainbow frequency. It's all the energies. It's that plasma energy that is able to transform into form anything that your heart desires, right? And to overcome the mind, the patterns of the mind. So you're going to be looking into what is really good for you, what is really good for me, choosing your own union over any other, and preparing yourself for more of a divine partnership. And I say, very good. I like it. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so our next sign is going to be for the fire signs. And so the token that I picked for the fire signs is this one, and it says correct. So if you have something in your mind or in your heart that you're asking for a yes or a no, or am I right? Or the answer is yes, you are right. You are correct. It also is a black obsidian stone. So that's very much about protection. So I'm also feeling like if you're thinking that you need to take some sort of action to protect yourself, to protect your family, of course, I'm talking about, like getting an attorney to review a document. So if there's something that you need to be able to make sure that it is correct, go ahead and do that. That's another thing that I'm getting, specifically something around contracts. Don't wing it, and don't just feel like it's going to be okay. I feel for whatever reason, they're showing me that if there's a contract that shows up for you, to make sure that you have a professional review it, especially if you're thinking that you might need to. Okay. So the next one is, the sweet little elephant family. And I did draw the correct first. So this is by the book. So my intuition on this is you're somebody probably who has been following along with your family very much in a way that has been taught to you. You've had a family dynamic that you built around how your family was built growing up. Or maybe lack of family growing up, lack of structure. So you're creating more of a step-by-step process, being more in control of your family. There's something about that. And it also feels to me that maybe you're thinking of relocating, going on a trip, doing something with your family. So that could also be very beneficial for you. It's not really connected to that, but they're saying something about if you're thinking of going on a trip, that it would be good to go together. Being together would be a good thing. So it's also a number 11, which is a mastery number. I would also think of, because it's in this window of Aquarius, February 11th might be a number. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it could be a good number for you. Or February, so February 11th. Maybe that's the time you're thinking of taking a trip. So after that, I am getting, it is what it is. And so for this card, it's a doorway that somebody is standing in front of looking at, and there's a bunch of sparkles all around it. And it's a number 6, which is about humanity, the collective. And so it's walking through the door. It is, and it is what it is. What I'm getting out of that, because you also have after it the thinker, is what is making certain people choose certain things. And there's nothing that you can really do about it. They're saying that you have to understand that everybody has the door to walk through, and it's up to them to find that, to do that for themselves. It's a part of their own soul's growth and expansion, to live through whatever their choices are so that they can learn from it. It is what it is also showing me, they're also giving me a different story now, that goes back to the family. Maybe there is something happening in your family dynamic where there needs to be maybe you're desiring to have a split from your family. And it's about walking through the door. You see that, and I'm hearing like it's, your life is on the other side of it. But you have to have this desire to take that action. There's a lot of thinking around it. You got the thinker, but it is looking at this and thinking about it and trying to navigate the best pathway forward for you. I feel like this Leo full moon is going to be moving, either illuminating the pathway for you. And maybe that's also the documents that I'm seeing, making sure that you're getting legal advice if someone gives you a contract to sign, prenup or divorce papers or whatever, without having someone look at it. I don't even know if that's possible really these days, but thinker. And also I keep hearing, don't rest on your laurels. And that's not something I would say. So if you're sitting around thinking about how to go about something, or how to manage something, or how to get around something, I don't know. It has something to do with the family dynamic. That's all it keeps coming back to that. And so hopefully that helps, right? So if you're thinking about it, you need to take action, look for counsel, and decide the best way forward, and know that it's just the way it is. I'm hearing you can't save everyone. There's something, maybe like you have this energy about wanting to make sure everybody's okay before you help yourself to be okay. But truly, you need to help yourself first. It's kind of like the whole thing with the airbags that come down. You have to put it over, because if you pass out, you can't help anybody, right? Whatever that means for you, I'm not quite sure. Okay, it could be a bunch of things. So this is a higher view, and it is an owl. Owls are very connected to the nighttime, into the unseen. So this higher view, if you back out and look at it with a different perspective, maybe through the lens of your higher knowing, through your third eye, through your heart space, you can even sit and breathe, long, deep breathing in through the nose into the heart, breathing out, continuing to find that peace of dropping in, allowing your nervous system to settle. And then you can ask the intelligence of your heart if you have a question, because your heart has its own memory. And when it gives you an answer, it will come through in a different way than your mind would. And oftentimes they're very creative solutions because they're connected to the divine feminine aspect, which also makes me think of this owl. So I feel like the answer that you are looking for, and maybe that's what you're spending a lot of time thinking about, is actually already in your heart space. You already know the answer to it. So it's getting your nervous system quiet enough to allow that answer to come through for you. And your last card is freedom, and it's a dragonfly. It's blue. Leo is connected to the throat chakra. So your freedom can be found in this energy of speaking your truth. Your authentic truth will never lead you wrong. And that's what this Leo full moon is doing for you. It's clearing the pathway, clearing your throat chakra. You likely could be having some of those like throat prickles. Maybe you've had a sore throat. Maybe last month you got sick. Maybe that's your weakness is in the throat. Whatever it may be, the dragonfly is coming forward to bring in transformation for you. It is like a death and rebirth dragonfly. So, it's through the fires of transformation with the Leo full moon. So all the best to you. And I hope that makes sense. So now I'm going to move on to the next fire sign, which will be for water. All right. My water signs. Okay. So you have awakening genius. And to me, this is your ancestors are coming in. Your ancestors are going to be showing up. Oh, I feel like I was just going to go to sleep. So you may be having new experiences, or maybe just different experiences of working with energy and connecting into the unseen. But I do feel like it's more through your vision, although it can certainly show up in other ways, this intuitive connection. And it feels to me like it is your ancestors that are coming in to show you how to, because I'm getting, all right, I'm also getting my storytelling. See? Because I just glanced over at the cards that are making me think there's more to this, ancestors coming in. So it's about your story, and it's the story of your ancestors. They're going to be sharing what you need to know to help build community, to help stabilize yourself, to be in a position to be around community that supports you, to be around like-minded individuals. It's something I feel like you probably have been desiring. It feels like there's a lot of energy that has been coming through to clear your heart. I'm also getting this, the token I got for you is sorry. So I also feel like that's no. So if you had a question of a yes or no, I'm getting that is no. But it could be sorry that somebody wants to apologize to you. It could be your ancestors that are coming, maybe one of your, because I'm feeling like a masculine ancestor or family relationship could be coming through to tell you, I'm sorry, asking for forgiveness so that you can forgive through the heart space. You're all the water. That definitely is shining through right now. So if there's somebody that you want to forgive, this would be a good time to do that with this Leo full moon, because you are restoring your inner power, your inner authority. So anyone in your ancestral lineage that has had any kind of impact that might be negative, that needs to be forgiven, because remember, it's releasing you. And when we forgive people, it's not to forgive their actions, it's to forgive yourself in the connection of whatever it may be, so that you have the freedom to move forward into a life that you want and desire. So there's that word freedom again, and it's shown up in every one of these so far, every reading so far. So very much about connecting into this inner knowing. You have this inner awakening happening. So whether or not you have this connection with a family or relation or person that has crossed over, that would come through in that way to ask for forgiveness. I'm also getting that you're going to be experiencing new levels of interconnectedness with your higher self, your diamond self, as I call it. Isn't that exciting? And I'm also getting, so, all right, so we already showed you community, right? And I'm just looking to see if what else I'm seeing on there. But the other thing is, look at this one, TikTok. So I feel like the time is of the essence, is what I'm hearing. It's time for you to find your community, and your community is coming to find you. So if you haven't found them, be on the lookout. It feels that this full moon is clearing the pathway for you to be able to connect with new relationships, and maybe even in a new relationship, but certainly with a new relationship with yourself. Because when you move into a forgiveness, remember this whole forgiveness piece too, is that when you forgive yourself, you're opening your heart even more. And we know you have a beautiful heart, right? So it's about loving yourself, forgiving yourself, and then attracting in that community that helps to shine a very bright, beautiful mirror of how brilliant you are. I feel like you haven't been told enough that you're brilliant and amazing. And so I'm telling you now. The other thing that you got is, right, my story, or the storyteller. I apologize. So I had to put my glasses on. I know they're magnifying glasses. All right. So the storyteller. Oh, okay. So see that key is at the top. This is connected to the throat chakra. Again, Leo is connected to the throat chakra and that creative aspect of you, and speaking your truth, speaking from your inner divine authority. And so this storyteller is you telling your story. If you need to write it out, I mean, this could be in a multitude of ways. It could be, this is what you're going to be doing, is storytelling. It could be a part of your next career path move. You could be writing your own story. You could be helping people through your story. You could be writing scripts or plays or movies. You could do any of that. It's really, you could do it through song, you could do it through movement. There's something very creative about it, and it's very divinely orchestrated and guided. This information is going to be coming into you, streaming through you. I'm hearing Archangel Gabriel. So if you have a connection to Archangel Gabriel, it could be in association with your writing talents, because Gabriel loves to write. And what does have a feather as the feather pen? It's going to go so fast. You're going to write it so fast. It's going to be magical. It's going to be wonderful. And it's going to be transformative. It will be transformative for you, and it will be transformative for whoever else it's intended for. It's really amazing. And it's going to, there's a lot of passion behind it. There feels purpose driven as well. And it all aligns to exactly where we are with this full moon. Your inner confidence. It's like building this inner confidence and just knowing that it's what you're meant to do. You're just meant to tell your story one way or another. And okay, next one is, I love these cards. This is called the Realm Bridger. Okay, so she is holding little orbs, and there's a butterfly in here. Butterflies are all about transformation. And she has DNA moving through it, the spiral of the DNA. And she's looking into these little orbs of, they look like water or plasma. And so there's magic in both of these little orbs that she's holding and within her. And she's seeing the butterflies. There's a butterfly behind her over here and over here. So she's transforming this energy of whatever it is that she's holding. It feels like she's looking at a story or looking at a situation. In my mind, in my heart, what I'm feeling is that she is transforming herself because she's seeing herself in a different way. It's a different light, a different connection to who you are, who you think you are, who you're meant to be, what you're allowed to be. And it is unlocking your heart to accept new truths about yourself. Because nobody can change your mind about how you feel about yourself. Only you can do that. And only you can do that. And anybody could tell you that, but I feel you're going to be getting reinforcement of this new belief that you're creating around your level of value, which is understanding new depths, how loved and valued you are by your community, your friends, family, but also from the divine and from the unseen realm. I want to show it to you one more time because the work that you're going to be doing, and my throat is kind of closing. So you want to work on your throat chakra, clearing your throat, humming. You can walk around, hum, feel it vibrating in the muscles and the fascia to release anything that needs to be let go of. So that would be good. But working with the color blue, you can work with Archangel Michael. You can do all of those things. Work with lapis. The stone lapis works with the throat chakra, and practice writing, So all of this is going to build your confidence, clear your throat chakra, clear all of that old density. And it's going to help you to tell your story, because it is the bridge. You're going to be helping people to bridge their own stories, to accept their own misfortunes, I guess, and ask for forgiveness from themselves, or however that works for them. But something about your story is going to bring forgiveness in for a lot of people. And thank you for doing that. Okay, now we are going to move on to the last sign. Actually, we have two more, because I'm going to be doing a reading for those who align to the element of ether. Okay, so now next up is our earth signs. And for the earth signs, our token is red carnelian, and it is friends. So friends are going to be playing an important role for you with the Leo full moon. Let's see what cards we have. You have actually had two of these come out, so I kept them together. Serendipity. And the other one is yen. Okay. So the serendipity is cute and it's like a little fairy, but it is also a 4-leaf clover. So to me, it feels there's going to be a lot of luck coming in for you. Friendship, you have the yin, which is female energy. Could be, though, that you are working on integrating more of your divine feminine aspect. That's actually what I'm getting. Because I do also have the root chakra opening to discovery, which is kind of cool. That's like a keyhole. It's a keyhole. So you're the key, right? I know you are. And then you have ears wide open. So, okay, what I'm getting with all of this is that you're going to be working on recalibrating your thought process, your belief systems, because they lead to your perception, and your perception is what creates your reality. So it feels to me that you're going to be going through an overhaul, a reboot in the root chakra, which is connected to Aries. And we are in the year of the fire horse. February is all about this energy of burning out, alchemizing. And then, of course, this Leo full moon is very fiery, and it's working to clear out everything from the root chakra that is keeping you in reproducing the same experience over and over again. It's also bringing in new friendships, new family, not just friends, but I also think that it's new family, or, your new chosen family, developing new connections with people, soul family, soul tribes, communities, people that you've been looking for your people. And it feels like your people are coming in the month of February. Because this full moon is actually clearing the pathway, a lot of hanger-on type people. It feels like energy that you've been trying to move through, but haven't really been able to get past, so that you can bring in new friendships, new romantic partners. I also feel like romantic partners are something that is indicated in that friendship, because it's like, I don't know if you have been waiting for people to show up in your timeline, waiting for the right people that get you and understand you. It feels like that's starting to come in. I'm also getting that as you clear out the root chakra, this is the subconscious, right? So subconscious programming and ways that you think and feel about yourself and your value system, because value system really seems to be at play here. Things are going to start coming in for you, because there's a part of you that's been kind of pushing it off because you didn't feel safe to receive, or you didn't feel like you had enough. There isn't the value of self to receive. And that's the back of the heart chakra. And your feminine aspect, it's the ability to receive with reciprocity, give and take in equal measure. That's something that's going to be really balancing out for you as you move into February and into March. I'm hearing it's new resources are going to be coming available for you, and it's a new way of grounding, right? So you're going to be creating a new foundation based on your divine feminine aspect, which is in your higher intuitive self. And I think that you're going to be activating your clairaudient. Maybe you're going to be hearing messages that are coming in from your spirit guide, from your spirit team, passed over loved ones or ancestors. It could also be that you could be hearing different kind of ringing or tones in your ears. As that goes through an upgrade process, that's something to also pay attention to. Definitely. Okay, let's see what the cards were again. Our ears wide open and opening to discovery. Yeah, it's again, I feel like that keyhole, you're the key. And it's like you remembering that you always were the key. You don't have to look outside of yourself, and you can, oh, the other thing I'm getting right now is it's as you step into maybe what your purpose is in this next phase of your life. And there's been a part of you in the past that has kind of put other people on pedestals. Let's say if it's an energy healer or somebody who does some sort of work that you also do, but you put other people ahead of you. This time, this full moon is releasing anything that's keeping you from embracing the truth that you're amazing, and that all of your healing and all that you need to know is within you. And actually, that reminds me of this card, our ancient future. See this one? And it's because everything that we need to know already exists within us. I feel that that is going to be wisdom, knowledge, tools that are going to start awakening within you, that you're going to want to start working with or understanding more. I see you doing some more work with that. Maybe even maybe opening a wellness center or some sort of resource center, a hub. It's like where people can come together of like mind, a meeting room, a community room. You could do that online digital, or you can do it in person in a brick and mortar store. And that's kind of what I'm getting. It feels more like a physical place. So it may be something that is in alignment with this new information that starts coming in for you. I'm saying through the ears, but you could actually connect into that information and through any of your sensory abilities. But that's something to pay attention to. There is some sort of lucky or fated event, because I did see the four-leaf clover in this card, but I'm also feeling like it is a fated event. This is now coming into divine alignment, divine timing. So that thing that you've been wanting to experience can actually show up, right? And it does feel like it is something about you is softening. It's allowing you to open your heart. And again, that reciprocity, give and take, that beautiful flow that happens when you have back and front heart chakra open and moving. It feels like how this energy is going to be coming in is very soft. And it's because it's aligning with that reciprocity. Aligning to that energy that you are starting to embody, a softer understanding of yourself, and it's self-directed love as well. I also feel like this isn't in the cards anywhere, but I'm also feeling like you may be going on a trip or a journey, some kind of personal segue. What do you call it? Like spirit quest is what I'm hearing. Maybe like reinventing or reestablishing connection with your inner self, getting to know yourself better. As a lot of these gifts start awakening within you, your inner technology comes online. You start remembering some of your lifetimes where you've learned things and stored that information within you. It's now coming back up for remembrance. It feels like you're going to go on a sojourn to really kind of anchor and unfurl all of that information that's spiraling through you. So it's going to be that trip, if you go on this trip, even if you don't, and it's something that you do more at home, or more of say it's coffee with a friend or something like that, whatever it is where you want to re-engage this information that's coming for you. It feels like it's coming in waves, and it's going to come in as you're ready. Yeah, I just see it coming in waves. Maybe you're actually going to go to the beach. I don't know. So just kind of be open to receive whatever it is that shows up for you that is you. And I think that's going to be pretty amazing. All right. Well, I think that's it for our Earth friends. Okay, so hold on, and we're going to move on now to the sign of Ether. I know that this isn't typically what readers will do. They don't usually include Ether, but for me, Ether is something that is coming in as much as any of the other elements. It's going to be something awakening in the collective, like new physics, new understanding about the periodic table, about quantum mechanics. So plasma is connected to ether, and there's going to be a lot more information that's going to be coming in about that in the coming months. So let's start reading for it. All right. I will be back in 1 second. Okay. And so if you are going to choose to embody the fifth element, which is ether, then this is your reading. So for ether, I did not pick a token yet. Let's pick one. All right. Check it out. Clear quartz. And it is a little Cupid holding a heart. Mm. Okay, so what I'm going to say for you is that you are going to be meeting, if you have not already, your divine counterpart, that other half of you, because those of you that are choosing ether are somebody that is working with your soul star, you're working with embodiment, and with the heart of a lion, you are choosing to be authentically you, unapologetically you. And it may feel a little strange because you are going to be centered in the wholeness, the fullness of you, bringing in all of that radiant light. You are somebody who will be, who will feel really good to be around. A lot of people will want to be around you. They're going to want to talk with you, hear your story, because you're going to start emanating from your heart space the light, right? So you're not going to be reflecting light. You're going to become the light. It is about the spark with this Leo full moon that is embodying your higher self, your soul self, I call it your diamond self. And the element of ether is actually connected to your universal heart, your cosmic heart, and it's connected to your soul star. So this is very much about that initiation into your personal resurrection. So that's pretty amazing. Yeah. So I did draw a few cards, and one of the things that I did get, you have evolving light codes, and they're going to have all these light codes coming in. I think that you still may be going through a few of the archetypes, other versions of you that you've been and played. You may be closing those down fully with this Leo full moon, completely eclipsing them out when we have the eclipse, so that you can really embody the totality of what you're meant to and what your soul has chosen to. You also have Kundalini creatrix. So I think with this spark that is igniting within you, it's moving up and down the spine. You may have heat in the spine. You may have aching tailbone because the tailbone, coccyx, and the sacrum are starting to prepare for that light surge. I feel like there's going to be major light surges coming from the central sun that is going to be initiating this awakening of inner technology through the spine, through the Kundalini, for those who are ready to choose ether, who are choosing this phase of embodiment that's coming in now. And so I feel the body is preparing for that through the Kundalini energy. Then you also have the stone circle. When I look at this, what I'm getting is that you're going to also be activating the earth, because you're bringing that energy through you. You connect to one of the 144 nodal points with earth that connect to one of your 144 diamond keys that then allows that light to move through you. You will be activating the earth, and it will be initiating Earth's next phase of embodiment as well. So if you're called to go anywhere, what I'm getting is you should go, because it is initiating on whatever ley line, whatever site that may be. I do kind of feel like it's a sacred site that you're kind of called to go to, even though knowing the sacred sites are going to be changing in the coming years because ley lines are changing. There's going to be new discoveries, new places, new areas that will hold, I'm hearing geothermal pools, and also that are magnetic, and then other areas as well, healing areas. Interesting. We'll have to explore that one more later. So also you have the sound of the universe. I feel like you will be very connected to the frequencies of the universal flow. They'll be flowing through you because everything flows through you. You're connected to it. So you're going to be in flow with the harmony of universe is what I'm getting with that. And then the last thing we have here is surrender, which makes a lot of sense because it's the final death rattle is what I'm hearing. It is breathing out that last bit of old energy that you have held on to for eons, and how many lifetimes, multitudes of lifetimes. Even this lifetime may have seemed like many lifetimes rolled into one, because you've completed so much of your ancestral karma completions, helping to heal the holy womb chakra, allowing to your family, your genetic, your multi generations of all aspects of you that you've been rolled into as well, and for your children and your grandchildren. So you're completing all of this karmic cycle for your entire maternal paternal lineage, because you are embodying both your maternal and paternal lineage through your masculine and feminine self. And your DNA is coming into alignment. It is attuning to its radar through your spine and all of your DNA to these other aspects of you, these other fields, bandwidths, domains in where you coexist with these different frequencies. So all of that is starting to come into your center point so that you can really then embody that diamond self that you are. There is a lot of energy that's going to be coming in this month. So use your tools for your nervous system, whatever it is that you use. I imagine you're probably well practiced with this, but just in case you would need a few, being in nature, grounding, being in the water, also using, making sure that you have enough electrolytes or a pinch of salt in your water. Hydrogen water is great. And making sure that you have enough magnesium and potassium. Yes, magnesium, potassium to help with the energy that's moving through the flux. Making sure that you get plenty of sleep when you can sleep, because it's going to be a roller coaster. I'm hearing. I feel like you're either on or off. You sleep well or you're not sleeping well. And that's because you have a lot of energy that's moving through you in the evening hours as well. That's the tailbone. Also doing a lot of, it looks like it's doing gymnastics. It's doing a lot of work, aligning, it's alignment, inner alignment. There's a lot happening in the physical body. Over the last month or so, you may have kind of noticed that your physical body is changing. You may be moving through a lot of detox. You could have noticed that your mind feels a little off, your memory, your recall, even your cerebellum. It feels that maybe you're a little off balance sometimes, or you feel like you've been a little off balance. So all of these physical things should start resolving as well. That's what I'm getting with this Leo full moon. as you bring in more of your divine essence, your diamond self, more fractals of all those aspects of you, and that integration starts really coming online, I feel like a lot of those physical symptoms that you may have been experiencing may start to trail off, or you're going to start getting more insight about it. I'm also getting now, as I'm going down this path, that there will be new illumination, new clarity around your next step, your next role. What is your next, what's your next job? What role are you playing in this new earth that is evolving with all of us? So there's going to be more clarity and insight around that, as well as this travel pieces. Definitely follow whatever your intuition puts out for you, whatever your discernment shows is the best path for you as far as going on a trip, because there is something there with that as well. And going back to the token that you have, I would be on the lookout for whoever that is, because it does feel like there is a beautiful, very well matched, roaring heart feeling coming in with somebody new for you. For real. I do see that. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be like, I've known you before, you know me, maybe somebody you've known before, I don't know, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like somebody you've known before in another lifetime. This is a person you've been waiting for. That's what I heard. Okay.